Hello guys, welcome back to my channel once again here on YouTube. Today is a review for WWE Over The Limit 2011. So this is part 5 in the WWE year of 2011 in review, which I'm covering at the moment. And before I go into it, I just want to show you guys these. You remember these? Oh, I'm sure you guys remember them very well. You're very familiar with them, especially on this channel and probably over on Nathan the Wrestling Guy's channel too. Why did I bring them up, you ask? Well, you can guess where this video is going to be going. Yes. But before I continue about everything that happens in this pay-per-view, let's go over the artwork and everything as usual. So we have the Over the Limit logo. I like the logo. It looks really smart. I don't mind all the colouring and everything they put into it, and it's a really good logo. But the name Over the Limit sounds a bit stupid for a name for a pay-per-view. Just my opinion, though. Just sounds like, I don't know, like you're wrestling while you're drunk or something. You know, you're over the limit kind of thing. I don't know, just me. And there's the Miz on the front, clothesline from the top rope, maybe onto. Is that Daniel Bryan? What the fuck? I think that's Daniel Bryan. So this is a Silver Vision release. And there's the spine. 12 certificate. I don't know if I already said that, guys, here in the UK. There's the disc. Another one of those pamphlets with the adverts on again. I think it's the same one as yesterday in the video I done for Extreme Rules. Yes, it looks the same. Yep, definitely the same one. It's had a 2-hour 56-minute run time. And the stats were attendance 7,500, buy rate 140,000 for this pay-per-view. This was from the Key Arena in Seattle, Washington. So, I don't know what's going on with my lighting at the moment. Let's try and adjust that a little. So, WWE Champion John Cena faces The Miz in a match so brutal the only way out is to utter the humiliating phrase, "I quit." The stipulation was chosen by Cena himself. There would be no pinfalls, no submissions, no disqualifications, no countouts, and absolutely no mercy from either side. Why didn't they call this pay-per-view No Mercy? That would have been good, wouldn't it? Instead of Over the Limit. Anyway, guys, sorry. Less than 1 week after achieving his lifelong dream, in winning the World Heavyweight Championship, Christian lost the title to Randy Orton. Captain Charisma looks to regain the championship in a rematch against the Dangerous Viper. Plus, all of Michael Cole's backstabbing and name-calling will come to a head when he faces Jerry the King Lawler in a Kiss My Foot match. Oh, God. Fucking hell. And the King's Hall of Fame ring in the balance. I'll explain all that later anyway, guys. The stars of Raw and SmackDown go over the limit. So we got 2 screenshots on the back, one of Christian and Randy Orton for their World Heavyweight Championship match, and one with The Miz and John Cena in their WWE Championship match. Only 6 matches listed on this on the back of this cover. So we have, as I said, the Randy Orton Christian match, the John Cena Miz I Quit match, Big Show and Kane versus CM Punk and Mason Ryan for the WWE Tag Team Championships, Rey Mysterio versus R-Truth, Jerry the King Lawler versus Michael Cole in a Kiss My Foot match. And when I looked at this, I think it was yesterday before I went to review this and watch it, and I thought, oh, for fuck's sake, not another one of these matches. Why are they still having matches against each other? Why wasn't this feud settled at WrestleMania 27? But that's just me being picky. Sorry, guys. Also, Wade Barrett versus Ezekiel Jackson for the Intercontinental Championship. We also have a special feature, home video exclusive, Todd Grisham interviews John Cena. But I'm happy this one has a hologram on, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, that's something positive to say about this so far. let's go over my pros and cons then, guys. So, Big Show and Kane versus CM Punk and Mason Ryan wasn't great, but I found it watchable, so I decided to include it in my pros. Brie Bella versus Kelly Kelly was short but very entertaining to watch, so I added that onto my pros as well. And trust me, guys, it was very difficult to decide what to even put on the pros. And then only one more thing I could have added to the pros list, which I did, was the Randy Orton versus Christian match. Was probably my match of the night by a mile. Hopefully a rematch at Capital Punishment. I haven't checked the back of any of the other ones because I don't want to spoil it, because I enjoy watching them one at a time, reliving them all. As I said to you at the beginning, when I'd done the Royal Rumble, it's better for me to do it that way. And yeah, that's the pros so far. I'm going to try and adjust that and let some light there. I don't know what's going on with this lighting in here today. Very strange. Yeah, you can still see it like that, guys, can't you? There we go. Right, get ready then for the cons. Here we go. Here we go. R-Truth's entrance theme, first of all, was a rip-off of Vladimir Kozlov's from 2009. It's very catchy, but why rip off another wrestler's entrance theme? You see what I mean? I was considering looking it up on YouTube later and probably giving it a good listen to and add it to my playlist. It's probably one of the best entrance themes for a wrestling superstar. But why rip it off of Vladimir Kozlov, though? I just don't get that. Ezekiel Jackson versus Wade Barrett was an absolute bore fest. Even the crowd agreed with me on that one, guys. Sin Cara versus Chavo Guerrero, which isn't even mentioned on the fucking back there, was so difficult for me to watch with that lighting effect they used for Sin Cara. It just put me completely off the match. I just couldn't watch it. I couldn't. Obviously, I sat through it, but it was just, I just couldn't tolerate it. I hated it. Having these light effects in matches, and I noticed they'd done it recently with the Hell in a Cell 2019, I think it was, another bad pay-per-view. And yeah, I just can't fathom that. Why? I don't like it. I don't like lighting effects in wrestling matches. It just doesn't work for me. It might do for other fans, but it's just me. It's my opinion, guys. I don't like it. It's on the cons list. Moving on. Lawler versus Cole in a Kiss My Foot match. This didn't need to happen for another pay-per-view. What a fucking joke. Sick and tired of it. And we had like all these like, not promo segments, like building up to the match during the pay-per-view, where Michael Cole would rub fish guts all over his foot and just gross shit like that inside of his coal mine. I think they call that plastic box that he was in, protecting himself. And I thought to myself as well, why weren't they backstage preparing for their match instead of being out there on commentary, you know? It just made no sense either. But as I said, the whole feud shouldn't have dragged this long. It should have all ended at WrestleMania, to be honest. It's just awful. Absolutely awful. And the stipulation, sorry, I mentioned earlier, I was going to mention it, was if Michael Cole had won, he would get Jerry the King Lawler's Hall of Fame ring, and then Jerry Lawler would also have to induct Michael Cole into the WWE Hall of Fame. That makes sense. What the fuck? Anyway, guys, moving on. The I Quit match for the WWE Championship was fucking atrocious. Basically, 25 minutes of The Miz and A-Rai giving a 2-on-1 beatdown to Cena with a near screwy finish, ripping off Royal Rumble 99, what they did with Rock and Mankind by having a pre-recording of Mankind saying, I quit, I quit. I can't do his voice, but you get what I'm trying to say. And they ripped it off here with a pre-recording of Cena saying he quits. But the official sees past it. And after like over 20 odd minutes of Cena getting a beat down by A-Rai and The Miz, Cena miraculously makes a 60-second or so come back to win with his STFU. I think it's called that there, or the PG name for the move. I forget what it's called, just like that. I want to forget this match ever exists as well. Awful. Absolutely awful. Plus Silver Vision not listing every match again on the back of the DVD cover. That's become lazy now, these past few DVDs I've watched. And why did they put the wrong picture on the front of the DVD? Fuck was wrong with the design team? I mean, that match doesn't even take place on the pay-per-view. What the fuck? This is the worst, one of the worst pay-per-views I've ever seen. Very piss poor, honestly. We had 3 matches. Only one of them were very good, which was the Randy Orton Christian match. And the rest of it was absolute trash. And it's definitely going in the Hall of Shame for pay-per-views with these two. I give it a 2.5 out of 10, and that's only being generous for that one good match and those 2 average matches, which I mentioned on the pros earlier, the Brie Bella versus Kelly Kelly match and the Big Show and Kane WWE Tag Team Championship match against CM Punk and Mason Ryan. Apart from that, this is absolutely disgraceful. Honestly, absolute waste of my time that was. Well, it's over and done with now, and we've got Capital Punishment to look forward to in part 6. Surely it can't get any worse, he says. Oh no. And then obviously after that is Money in the Bank for part 7. But yeah, Capital Punishment up next, guys. As I said, don't recommend this at all. Leave it well alone. It's also available on Blu-ray apparently, but only got released in the US on Blu-ray and not in the UK. Let me know in the comments below if I've got that wrong, that information, but that's what I've gathered anyway, that was the case. Yeah, and comment about anything else. Did you enjoy this Over the Limit pay-per-view? I really need to know in the comments below if you did, guys, because I thought it was absolutely appalling. And yeah, please feel free to give my review a like. Don't give this a like, for fuck's sake, unless you actually do like it. By all means, then give it a like. Also, yeah, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Sorry guys, I'm just really lost for words. I got off to a good start with the 2011 pay-per-views, and then just after WrestleMania, Extreme Rules dipped a little bit, and this just, bottom of the barrel shit. Really pointless. Anyway guys, stay safe. Hope you enjoyed the review. Stay safe and stay the fuck away from Over the Limit 2011. Peace.